Climate change stands as one of the most pressing challenges of our era. It's not just a distant threat, its effects are already being felt across the globe. From rising sea levels to more frequent extreme weather events, the evidence is clear. Our planet is changing. In this video, we'll explore what climate change is, what causes it, and why it matters to every living thing on Earth. We'll also look at how communities and individuals can make a difference. Let's begin by understanding the basics of climate change and why it's become such a critical issue for our generation. Climate change refers to significant, long-term changes in the average weather patterns on Earth. These changes can last for decades or even longer. Scientists have observed that the atmosphere and oceans have warmed, sea levels have risen, and Arctic sea ice has declined. These shifts are not random. They are linked to both natural processes and human activities. Understanding what climate change means helps us recognize the urgency of addressing it and the importance of taking action now. At the heart of climate change is the greenhouse effect. Greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide, CO2, absorb heat from the Earth's surface and trap it in the atmosphere. This natural process keeps our planet warm enough to support life. However, human activities, especially burning fossil fuels, have increased the concentration of these gases, causing more heat to be trapped and the planet to warm further. This warming leads to a cascade of environmental changes, many of which we are witnessing today. Since the Industrial Revolution, human activities have dramatically increased the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere by about 40%. More than half of this increase has occurred since 1970. The main culprit is the burning of fossil fuels like coal, oil, and natural gas for energy and transportation. As we continue to rely on these energy sources, we release more greenhouse gases, intensifying the warming of our planet. This human-driven change is now the dominant force behind the rapid shifts in our climate. While human activities are a major driver of recent climate change, natural processes have also played a role throughout Earth's history. Volcanic eruptions, changes in the Earth's orbit, and variations in solar energy all influence the climate. These natural factors can cause both warming and cooling over different time scales. Understanding these natural causes helps us see the bigger picture and distinguish between what's normal and what's being accelerated by human action. Volcanic eruptions are a powerful natural force that can impact the climate. When a volcano erupts, it releases aerosols like carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, and ash into the atmosphere. These particles can block sunlight, leading to a temporary cooling effect on the Earth's surface. This cooling can last for 1 to 2 years, depending on the size and location of the eruption. Volcanic activity near the equator has a greater global impact due to wind patterns that spread aerosols worldwide. During violent volcanic eruptions, ash particles and sulfur dioxide are released high into the stratosphere. These substances combine with water vapor to form sulfuric acid and sulfurous aerosols. Winds then transport these aerosols around the globe, especially from volcanoes near the equator. In contrast, eruptions near the poles have a more localized effect. This process demonstrates how natural events can influence global climate patterns, even if only for a short period. Earth's orbit around the Sun isn't constant. It changes over time. According to the Milankovitch theory, variations in the Earth's orbit, tilt, and wobble affect how much solar energy reaches our planet. These cycles can trigger ice ages or warmer periods over tens of thousands of years. While these changes are natural and slow, they remind us that climate is influenced by a combination of factors, both natural and human-made. Carbon dioxide plays a crucial role in regulating Earth's temperature. When we burn fossil fuels for power and heat, we add more CO2 to the atmosphere. Unlike sunlight, which passes through CO2, heat radiation from the ground is absorbed and re-emitted by CO2, warming the air near the surface. Doubling the amount of CO2 in the atmosphere could raise global temperatures by 2 to 3 degrees Celsius, with far-reaching consequences for ecosystems and societies. The impacts of climate change are wide-ranging and touch every aspect of life on Earth. Economically, it can disrupt agriculture, damage infrastructure, and increase costs for communities. Biologically, it threatens species with extinction and alters ecosystems. Meteorologically, it leads to more intense storms, droughts, and heat waves. Geopolitically, climate change can fuel conflicts over resources and migration. Understanding these impacts is essential for preparing and adapting to a changing world. Climate change can have serious economic consequences. Extreme weather events like floods, hurricanes, and droughts damage crops, homes, and infrastructure, leading to costly repairs and lost productivity. Insurance costs rise, and some industries, such as agriculture and tourism, may struggle to adapt. The economic burden is often greatest for vulnerable communities with fewer resources to recover from disasters. Rising temperatures and shifting weather patterns disrupt habitats and threaten countless species. Some animals and plants may not be able to adapt quickly enough, leading to declines or even extinctions. Changes in migration patterns, breeding seasons, and food availability can ripple through entire ecosystems. Protecting biodiversity is crucial for maintaining healthy environments and resilient communities. Climate change is making weather more unpredictable and extreme. We're seeing more frequent and intense storms, longer droughts, and record-breaking heat waves. These changes not only threaten lives and property, but also strain emergency services and public health systems. Preparing for these new weather patterns is a growing challenge for communities worldwide. As resources like water and arable land become scarcer due to climate change, tensions can rise between countries and communities. Migration may increase as people move to escape drought, flooding, or food shortages. These shifts can lead to new challenges in international relations and security, making climate change not just an environmental issue, but a geopolitical one as well. Communities play a vital role in addressing climate change. By working together, people can reduce emissions, prepare for extreme weather, and protect local ecosystems. Community-led initiatives such as tree planting, recycling programs, and energy-saving campaigns make a real difference. When everyone pitches in, the impact is multiplied, creating a culture of environmental responsibility and resilience. One of the simplest ways to fight climate change is by conserving energy in our daily lives. Choosing energy-efficient appliances, turning off lights when not in use, and using LED bulbs can significantly reduce energy consumption. Even small changes like unplugging devices or adjusting thermostats add up over time. These actions not only lower greenhouse gas emissions, but also save money on utility bills. Water conservation is another key strategy for reducing energy use. Pumping and heating water requires energy, so using less water helps lower emissions. Simple steps like fixing leaks, taking shorter showers, and using water-saving fixtures can make a big difference. Every drop saved contributes to a healthier planet and a more sustainable future. Transitioning from fossil fuels to renewable energy sources is essential for reducing greenhouse gas emissions. Solar, wind, and hydroelectric power generate electricity without releasing CO2. Supporting renewable energy, whether by installing solar panels, choosing a green energy provider, or advocating for policy change, helps accelerate the shift to a cleaner, more sustainable energy system. Transportation is a major source of greenhouse gas emissions. Opting for fuel-efficient vehicles, using public transport, or even biking and walking can significantly cut down on fossil fuel use. Newer vehicles with higher fuel economy or electric cars are better for the environment and can save money in the long run. Every sustainable travel choice counts. The Kyoto Protocol was a landmark international agreement aimed at reducing carbon dioxide emissions and other greenhouse gases. Adopted in 1997 in Kyoto, Japan, it set binding targets for industrialized nations to cut their emissions. While the protocol has evolved over time, its legacy lives on in ongoing efforts to address climate change at the global level. Climate change is a global problem that requires cooperation between countries. International agreements like the Kyoto Protocol and the Paris Agreement set shared goals and encourage nations to work together. By committing to emission reductions and supporting each other, countries can make greater progress than they could alone. Global collaboration is key to tackling climate change effectively. Government policies and laws play a crucial role in shaping how societies respond to climate change. Regulations can set limits on emissions, promote renewable energy, and encourage conservation. Effective policies create incentives for businesses and individuals to adopt more sustainable practices, driving progress at every level of society. Local communities are often at the forefront of climate action. Grassroots initiatives, such as community gardens, local cleanup events, and educational campaigns, empower people to make a difference where they live. These efforts build stronger, more resilient communities and inspire others to join the movement for a healthier planet. Raising awareness about climate change is essential for inspiring action. Education helps people understand the causes and consequences of climate change and empowers them to make informed choices. Schools, media, and community organizations all play a role in spreading knowledge and encouraging sustainable behaviors. Every individual has a role to play in protecting the environment. Simple actions like recycling, reducing waste, conserving water, and choosing sustainable products can collectively make a big impact. By making conscious choices, we can help slow the pace of climate change and preserve the planet for future generations. Despite the challenges, there is reason for hope. Innovations in technology, growing public awareness, and international cooperation are driving progress. By focusing on solutions and staying optimistic, we can overcome obstacles and create a more sustainable future. Optimism fuels action and inspires others to join the fight against climate change. Al Gore's message in The Case for Optimism on Climate Change highlights the progress being made worldwide. From renewable energy breakthroughs to grassroots movements, people everywhere are stepping up. This case study reminds us that change is possible when individuals and communities work together with determination and hope. One of the most immediate effects of climate change is on water availability. Changes in rainfall patterns can lead to droughts in some areas and floods in others. This affects drinking water supplies, agriculture, and even energy production. Managing water resources wisely is crucial for adapting to a changing climate. Global warming threatens food sources by disrupting growing seasons, reducing crop yields, and increasing the risk of pests and diseases. Farmers must adapt by using new techniques, diversifying crops, and conserving resources. Ensuring food security in a changing climate requires innovation and cooperation at every level. Rising temperatures and changing weather patterns can lead to new health risks. Heat waves, air pollution, and the spread of diseases like malaria and dengue are becoming more common. Protecting public health means preparing for these risks and building resilient healthcare systems. Climate change affects how land is used and managed. Shifting weather patterns can make some areas less suitable for farming or habitation, while others may become more vulnerable to wildfires or erosion. Protecting and restoring ecosystems, like forests and wetlands, helps buffer against these changes and supports biodiversity. Healthy ecosystems provide essential services, such as clean air and water, pollination of crops, and climate regulation. Climate change threatens these services by disrupting natural processes. Protecting ecosystems is not just about preserving nature, it's about safeguarding the resources we all depend on. Global warming is a major effect of climate change. It refers to the long-term rise in Earth's average surface temperature due to increased greenhouse gas emissions. This warming drives many of the changes we see in weather, ecosystems, and sea levels. Addressing global warming is central to tackling climate change as a whole. Global warming threatens all forms of life on Earth. Rising temperatures can disrupt habitats, endanger species, and make some regions uninhabitable. Human health, food security, and water supplies are all at risk. Taking action now is essential to protect the diversity of life and ensure a safe future for everyone. As the climate changes, water availability becomes more unpredictable. Some regions may face severe droughts, while others experience flooding. These changes affect agriculture, drinking water, and industry. Adapting to new water realities requires investment in infrastructure and smarter water management strategies. Ecosystems are dynamic, but rapid climate change can outpace their ability to adapt. Some species may migrate, while others struggle to survive. Conservation efforts, such as creating wildlife corridors and protecting habitats, help ecosystems adjust and maintain their vital functions. Climate change brings new health challenges, from heat stress to the spread of vector-borne diseases. Vulnerable populations, such as children and the elderly, are especially at risk. Strengthening healthcare systems and raising public awareness are key steps in protecting communities. Urban areas are growing rapidly, and how we design and manage cities affects the climate. Green spaces, efficient public transport, and sustainable building practices can reduce emissions and make cities more resilient. Urban planning is a powerful tool for climate action. Restoring damaged ecosystems, such as forests, wetlands, and coral reefs, helps absorb carbon dioxide and protect biodiversity. Restoration projects also provide jobs and improve quality of life for local communities. Investing in nature is a win-win for people and the planet. Biodiversity is the variety of life on Earth, from tiny microbes to giant whales. It supports healthy ecosystems and provides resources like food, medicine, and clean water. Climate change threatens biodiversity, making conservation more important than ever. Making sustainable choices in what we buy and use helps reduce our environmental impact. Choosing products with less packaging, supporting local and eco-friendly businesses, and reducing food waste all contribute to a healthier planet. Technology is a powerful ally in the fight against climate change. Innovations in renewable energy, energy storage, and smart grids are making it easier to reduce emissions. Continued investment in research and development is essential for finding new solutions. Young people are leading the way in climate activism. From organizing strikes to developing new technologies, youth voices are shaping the conversation and demanding action. Their passion and creativity are essential for building a sustainable future. Climate change is a complex global issue that affects every aspect of our lives. By understanding its causes and impacts, and by taking action at every level, from personal choices to international agreements, we can make a difference. The path forward requires commitment, cooperation, and hope. Together, we can build a more sustainable and resilient world. Now is the time to act. Each of us has the power to contribute to the fight against climate change, whether by making sustainable choices, supporting community initiatives, or advocating for stronger policies. The future of our planet depends on the actions we take today. Let's work together to protect the environment and ensure a better tomorrow for all.